I think this has been our biggest challenge, but it's also been something that has knocked out competition and has enabled us to go to higher amounts. I think there could be some concerns among investors out there that, okay, is regulation the biggest risks for this company? But I would say that we are already quite far in how regulated it can be. But with fee income, we are able to grow beyond the means of our balance sheet.
Access to capital used to be slow, it used to be rigid and very limited. That's no longer the case. I'm Lindsay Melchick with Abaton here on the ground at MKK in Munich. Fintech has completely reshaped how capital moves. Faster decisions, smarter data, and platforms that are built to scale across borders. Multitude is right in the middle of that evolution, operating across multiple lending verticals and building a model that's designed for both growth and resilience. And when you're communicating a story like that to the market, clarity matters. Joining me now is the voice helping shape that actual narrative, Hansson Tönning from Multitude. It's great to have you sit with us here today.
Oh, thank you.
How has MKK been for you so far?
Well, it's been great. We have had a really busy morning, lots of meetings, and still quite a few to go.
Quite a few, and this is only half of day one. So
yeah,
let's dive into this and get your story out there for sure. Now, you are an evolution story, really. I mean, you are now a pan-European digital bank. So the question around that is you've gone from a local lender, from what I understand, to a pan-European digital bank. What's the next phase for you guys from here?
I think our next phase is just scaling more in Europe where we stand. We have shifted our focus from a more global over the last before the pandemic to now really focus on Europe in the 2020. So we are going to expand and drive growth across all three segments in Europe.
My goodness. Now, for some of the audience that isn't quite aware of this company yet, why don't you give us your little elevator pitch?
Yes. So Multitude is a pan-European, fully online digital bank that operates in three different segments, serving consumers, SMEs, and institutional clients in the segment we call wholesale banking.
Yeah.
We are operating in 17 European countries. We are around 700 employees. Company size is around 250 to 60 million revenue. Last year, we made 26.6 net income.
Now, you and I were speaking a little bit off camera, but let's bring that back onto camera. What has been the biggest catalyst moment for your company?
Yeah, I would actually like to say two catalyst moments.
Tell me more.
So the first one when we got our banking license in 2012. And that has enabled us to passport one single European banking license to across all European Union countries where we operate. And that is a major scale benefit that we possess and master that model which others don't. Second one is when we launched our credit limit product in the consumer business. This has really been the catalyst for our growth and to come where we are today in the consumer space. Previously, we had it called microloans. Now we did this, which is a much more flexible, more customer-friendly product and loved by the customers. Next phase that we're going with this one is that we are attaching a credit card, digital, no plastic, which is all immediately accessible in your app. So that's perhaps one of the second phase, like the next catalysts.
This is so forward thinking, and it's, one less card that you need to carry around with you. That's phenomenal. I'm going to flip that now. What's been your biggest challenge and how are you navigating through that?
I think our biggest challenge over the last couple of years has been, of course, regulation. But that has also been kind of something that we have built on. Because as we're in the consumer credit space, it's heavily regulated. And when I started back in 15 years ago, it was kind of the Wild West. You could almost do whatever you wanted. But now today, you can barely send an email without having someone from the regulator approve the color coding.
Yeah, well put.
So I think this has been our biggest challenge, but it's also been something that has knocked out competition and has enabled us to go to higher amounts, to offer higher amounts to consumers, etc. And it's something that we have really mastered. And I think there could be some concerns among investors out there that, okay, is regulation the biggest risks for this company? But I would say that we are already quite far in how regulated it can be.
Right.
And the fact that we have made it so successfully here should be seen more as an asset of ours.
It's a bit of a trailblazing moment for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your shifting, as you said, fee-based income. So the growing fees plus the commission, there's stronger earnings there. How important is that shift to fee income in making your business way more resilient?
I think it's really important from the fact that as you're growing, if you're growing your business only with your balance sheet, you're just increasing your assets, then there is a natural limit to where your equity can take you. But with fee income, we are able to grow beyond the means of our balance sheet. Okay. And we are doing this in two different ways. The first one is in the consumer business, where we are doing partnerships with other lenders, where we, for instance, now we are doing a partnership on credit cards, where we act as the issuing bank, and we are basically servicing it for a fee.
Okay.
And the second one is in our payments business. And this is really a fantastic story, because we had a real issue of making payments ourselves as we were locked out of certain currencies. So what we did as a bank was that we made a connection, we made a partnership with the local national banks, Sweden, Denmark, Czech. So starting with Sweden, which was one of the most difficult countries. And now we possess that capability, and what we can then do is to offer this to others who are in the same position, who are difficult to access payments in certain currencies. So this is a great business that we have been able to scale since 2025.
I think it's so great that you're using your products, you're seeing the break, you're seeing where that bridge is needing to be built, and you did it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge testament to what you're capable of and what you're able to not just speak about but follow through with. I want to ask, what is it you think that the market just is not quite understanding yet?
Yeah, I think over the last 5 years we have made our guidance 5 years in a row or exceeded it, and I think there is a little bit of perhaps wait and see approach.
100%.
Yeah, I think we will just continue our good work and delivering the results, and eventually the market will catch up.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a great conversation. Thank you so much for sitting with us, and it's going to be a great show, and I can't wait to hear all about it at the end.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Now, this is a story that sits right at the core of how finance is evolving: digital, scalable, and increasingly global. Multitude has clearly positioned itself to grow with that shift. I so appreciate this conversation. Be sure to stay with us. There is more to come.